Let's try to understand what an inverse function is. So a function, let's just say you've got this function. What it means is you put in a number, let's say you put in the number 3, it will multiply by 2 plus 1, the machine will spit out the number 7. You put in a negative 2 times 2 plus 1, the machine will spit out the number negative 3. Put in a 0, it will spit out the number 1. Now, an inverse function, and it's written like this, it's not to the power of minus 1. This is just a notation. It's just a way we would write things to represent the inverse function. It's not to the power of minus 1. But this here is an inverse function. An inverse function is you reversing the machine. So if I put in the number 7, I need you to come up with a set of instructions which will undo everything and spit out the number 3. So you put in the number 7, it will reverse the machine will reverse itself and spit out the number 3. So an inverse function is you putting in a negative 3, and there will be a set of instructions which will undo everything to spit out the number negative 2. You put in a 1, it will undo everything to spit out the number 0. What is the set of instructions which will undo everything? So for you to do this, there are lots of ways of doing this. If you look at inside the machine is multiplying by 2 and then add 1. That's what the machine's doing. The machine is multiplying by 2 and then add 1. So if you want to inverse everything, you want to take away 1. So imagine you're here, you do the reverse, take away 1 and then divide it by 2 and then divide it by 2. So the way you would f inverse of x equals, the way you would write this would be, I give you a number x and then you would take away 1, I give you the number x, you would take away 1 and then once you've got the whole answer, divide it by 2. So this here is your inverse function, because look, 7 take away 1 is 6, divided by 2 it spits out the number 3. Negative 3 take away 1 would be negative 4, divided by 2 would be negative 2. You put in a 1, take away 1 would be 0, divided by 2 would be 0. So this is your inverse function. A quick way, a better way of doing this would be, there are lots of ways of doing this, but replace this with y, like this, and then make x the subject. So this is a quick way of doing it. Make x the subject. So take away 1, y take away 1 equals 2x. Get x on its own, so you take the whole lot down, divided by 2 equals x. And then you would just switch these two around. So this is your inverse function. So when you come to write it, you would write the inverse function equals to x take away 1 over 2. So this is your inverse function, exactly the same as up here. Okay.